right? But every company in here needs to have a working, functioning call center. So what makes a call center work? Let's talk about what are the factors that contribute to a successful call center. Again, whether it's 1, 5, 100, 200, whatever it is.
First of all, nothing takes a higher precedence than hiring the right person. So those, the non-negotiables are pretty simple. It's verbal skills and delivery. Can they pronounce all 26 letters of the alphabet? Can they speak to at the level of my customer? And some of you have different levels of customers, and so that can change. Where does this person live? How far are they coming? And I know what you're saying, we can't do that legally. So I'm not going to address that. But yeah, you can do anything, within certain legalities. But because the statistics of people not staying in a job from certain distances are pretty clear. But then there's something like attitude and mindset. How does a person respond to some basic questions? And so that starts with it. And then, you look for some other things. However, I think a lot of companies don't find people who are intuitional conversationalists. And so for those of us who close in the house, you're right here with people. Over the phone, you've got nothing but your voice. And so if that person doesn't have some intuitional conversational skills and some situational awareness of what's happening, they're going to cost you business. And you pay enough for these leads, you might as well pay the right person to do them. I just want to say this. Let's just take, you mentioned this. I made some notes here. I have clients that convert 17% of their sweeps. Yeah, right. Okay. And by the way, we're talking about clients who are creating demos every 4 to 5 hours with sweeps leads. Now, there's a secret to the model and obviously what you say and how you go about doing it, because reaching these people is not easy. That's the hardest part. So if you look at something like that, so I'm just going to give you, if you're measuring cost per hour, by the way, all of these, you got to look at your cost per hour because the people work odd kinds of hours. If you're going to measure a KPI, you have to have some consistent method of measuring these people. And so if you calculate your fully loaded inside sales center cost, depending on where you live in what part of the world and how you pay your people, probably 50 to 70 fully loaded an hour. So if I can develop that demo in 5 hours, do the math, y'all. That's a $250 to $350 demo. You want those? And so measuring the hours per demo. With ag leads, it's the same thing. Most people are, when you walk in, you look at how they're doing this. There's a lot of haphazard way. You have to have specialists. The person that's taking the inbound calls only can be more of a customer service agent. The people making outbound calls, that's why those of you have hybrid people, it's never going to work that way. You have to have a specialist making certain kinds of calls. And so other than that, you're going to suffer from it.